Hey beauty activists, welcome to this week's video. So this week I'm going to be showing you guys a awesome color. It is going to be a paneling style of color where the top half is black and the under half is a super nice platinum blonde color. So for any of you guys that are around my age, you guys should remember this color back in the day. So this was super hot and trendy way back when, where the top half of the head was one color and the bottom half was another color. I would say, man, that must have been while I was in junior high, I think. Yeah, definitely probably around junior high time. So it's been maybe 15 years-ish or so, and like now these paneling colors, chunking, it's gonna be coming back in full force. So this is a really fun color to have, and it's a nice change, and especially when you have somebody that is like Crystal, where her hair is black. It's nice where she can have her base as a black color and then have the blonde coming in underneath, because that means lower maintenance. She's not going to have to worry about like roots that she sees right off the hop, and she's going to get a lot more wear out of her color day through day. This was a $390 service, guys. So we did a back-to-back partial highlight, which pretty much would be like a full highlight service. So that was $135. And then we did her cut, which was $80. And then we did her color, which was $75 to color the black. And then we did her toner, which was an add-on at $55, and her treatment as an add-on at $45. So a total service, guys, was $390. The reason why we're talking about the price of the service now is because, one, you guys have been asking and you want to know how much we're charging for the services, and two, we want to make sure that yes, we're teaching you guys how to do hair, but secondly, that we're making sure that you're using hair as a tool to create your dream lifestyle. Because guess what? Being a hairstylist is the best job in the world, or career, or passion, or whatever you want to call it, and it can create everything that you want out of your life. So if you guys want to learn more about how to price your work and how to make the income you want to make, go to 10kandplay.com. That's where we teach you guys how you can go out and make 5 figures a month and create the life where you can play and have all the time freedom and do the things that you want in your life, so that your life is not just working, but it's all about 10K and play. Okay, so go check it out. Make sure you guys are hitting the subscribe button, hit the little bell so you get notified of all our new videos. We're putting out videos every 2 weeks for you guys, and our goal is to teach you something. We want to teach you about yourself, your craft, or your business, and so these videos are all geared towards giving you guys knowledge and the tools that you guys need to grow yourself in your life. So definitely hit the subscribe button and make sure you get notified. So you can see how Crystal's hair has started out. She has blonde highlights already. So her blonde highlights are actually quite light. And then she has her roots that have grown out to her natural black color. So it's been quite a long time since Crystal's last color. You can see by her roots, it's been a little while. So taking a look at her ends here, you can have a close-up and see that she has quite a bit of damage on her ends, a little bit of breakage, split ends. So we want to make sure that we are getting rid of this. She's gonna need a good cleanup to get this damaged hair off. It's very important that you explain to your clients that they need to cut the splits and the damaged ends off of their hair, especially if they want to have long hair. Because what happens if they don't cut the split off? Well, that split is gonna travel all the way up the shaft, and now you're having the damaged parts of your hair move up, and it's going to continue to break and continue to break and continue to break. So we want to make sure that we're getting that off and getting her hair nice and healthy. We are going to start by giving her a rough cut first. There's no point in us having to color and lighten all these ends and do a lot more work that we don't need if we're cutting it off. So first we're going to start by cutting off the bottom. You can see we're taking off a pretty good chunk here of all that damaged hair, and then we're going to roughly put her layers in before we put the color in. This is just mainly a rough cut to get the bulk of the weight and everything out, and then we're gonna finesse and finalize the cut after, once her hair is washed and it's wet. Now that her hair is all cut, we're gonna section her out and get her ready for her color. Sectioning, guys, is very, very important. The reason why you section first and have clean sections before you color, it's kind of like putting your roadmap in first, right? Know what your roadmap is so that when you're putting your color in, you're not just grabbing pieces that don't belong, and you're staying really organized and neat and tidy, because guess what? Your clients are watching and they can see what you're doing. We are going to be doing the bottom half of her hair blonde. So we want to be sectioning that out and bearing in mind that, okay, if we're doing the entire bottom half of it blonde, when she pulls her hair back, we're gonna see that on the sides, the black and the blonde. So we also want to really think about how we're putting the color in and how we're making the placement so that that looks even. So if I didn't do this evenly and I didn't look to make sure it's balanced on both sides, when she pulled her hair back up, she might have blonde up to here on this side and then blonde up to here on this side. And if that was the intention, then maybe that's what they're going for. But if that's not, then that's gonna look very asymmetrical. You can take a look at her all sectioned out now. Look how nice and clean this is and symmetrical, right? We're even on both sides. And so now we're ready to get started. We're gonna start on the bottom half, which is putting in the platinum blonde highlights. And we're going to section this bottom section off into 4 sections. So both sides and then right down the middle in the back. I'm gonna do the bottom blonde section completely in foils. And the reason why I'm doing that is because we know that Krista wants to be as light as possible. So could I just paint the lightener on that bottom half? Yes, I could do that, but that's not gonna lift out light enough. So what would happen is that if I wanted to go lighter, I'd have to do a second process to lift it out again. So to avoid that and to avoid processing the hair twice, I'm going to put it all in very thin back-to-back foils, starting from the bottom, working our way up. Once the section's done, I'm actually gonna take lightener on my brush and I'm gonna paint in between the foils and the scalp. So going in there, making sure to hit anything that wasn't touched because it's not in the foil. Make sure that you're picking out any of the previously blonde pieces and you are not lifting that out. The reason why you do not want to be painting lightener on those previously blonde pieces is because they're already light. They don't need to be processed anymore. So if you're lightening that again, it's going to create a lot of damage in the hair and over processing because it's already done. So make sure you're only painting onto the black hair. So starting at the root, picking through anything in her highlights, only painting the lightener onto the black hair. We are going to start on one section in the back and then move to the other section on the back, and we're going to continue working around the head in the same direction. So whether you're going clockwise or whether you're going counterclockwise, you want to stay in that same direction. The reason why you're going to do that is that we don't want one half of the head lighter than the other half of the head. You can see her foils all applied now, the back-to-back foils. We got a ton of foils in there. Now we're going to move our way to the top section and we're going to color the black on. What we're going to do is that we don't need to color any of that roots. We want to keep that all natural because there's no need to color it if it doesn't need it. We're now just going to go through and color the blonde highlighted ends to make sure that now matches, and that's a solid black on top. Here's her color all applied and everything is ready to go now. We're just gonna let this process, and we wanna be checking the blonde regularly to make sure that it is lifting out well and that the integrity is staying intact. She's ready to wash out now, so let's get her to the sink. Let's get those out and rinsed. Once you have the lightener all rinsed out, we're gonna pull the top section down and we're gonna rinse out the black. You can see with the color all washed out now, we have a really awesome pattern. You can already see how the color is gonna look, and it's really cool. And we have a really nice color for our toner now to go on. We got the blonde super light. Of course, we see yellow, so that's what we're gonna be toning out. We got her toner painted on, and because her hair lifted so evenly, and that's why we want to use foils in this kind of process, we are able to paint her toner on roots to ends. So we're going to be toning out all of that bottom half, and we're gonna let that sit, and then I'm going to wash her out and then show you what it looks like after. Take a close-up of what the toner looks like in the hair. You can see that it's toned out so nicely and all that yellow and warm pigment is completely gone. Let's wash her out now and we can get her styled. Now make sure, guys, that you are putting the time in to style their hair beautifully, because if the hair isn't styled well, the job is not done. And really, guys, this is very important, because if your client walks out and their hair isn't immaculate, doesn't matter if the cut and color was great, the job wasn't done. You want them feeling and looking their best, and you want their hair looking and feeling its best. So I'm gonna prep her hair with the Nven products, of course. I'm going to be putting in Replenish, our Strength Restoration Oil. This is the best product to finish your color corrections for and your colors, because it's gonna go in there, fill all the cracks and crevices in the hair, making it softer, shinier, smoother, and stronger. So the 4 S's, guys, those are really, really important. It's a great way to show your clients how beautiful their hair looks. And then I'm also gonna be putting in Protect, which is a heat protection spray. This has several benefits in the hair. Number 1, it's protecting from heat damage, but also it's a style primer. It's gonna cut down your blow dry time. It's gonna be anti-static, and it smells amazing. Lastly, I'm gonna be putting in Volume. This is our volumizer. It is a great product that's gonna amplify the body, but that's gonna feel weightless in the hair as well. So we're gonna blow dry that in and give her a ton of body. Take a look at the finished result. It looks awesome. It is such a beautiful color. We have her dark black hair on top and her platinum blonde on the bottom. Her hair is so much healthier now. Of course, we've finished her cut, we've perfected it, and we got all those dead ends off. You can see how much shine she has. Her hair, even after being lightened, now looks healthier than it was before. And so that comes down to doing the color properly, not cutting any corners, and of course, finishing and styling her hair with the Nven products. We use the shampoo and conditioner at the sink. That goes in and repairs the hair and moisturizes it. They got hydrolyzed silk in there. Conditioner has organic cold pressed aloe vera juice, all stuff that's going to nourish the hair, and then as well our styling products after when we blew it dry. Try this look out for yourself, guys. Let us know if you have any questions. Paneling is a hot color right now. It's super on trend. If your clients are looking for something different with flashes of color, maybe something a bit edgier, this is the look for you. It's fairly simple color to do and it looks awesome. So we now have 2 versions of our hair tutorials, guys. We have one for YouTube that's a little bit shorter and kind of more entertaining, because we know a lot of you guys out there are kind of here just to check it out and you might not even be hairstylists, but now we are doing more in-depth hair tutorials. So this is where you can actually really watch our application. We're gonna go over more in-depth sectioning, foiling patterns, formulas, and this is so you can really learn the techniques if you're a hairstylist that wants to become a master colorist. So make sure to check out our course community. We have, yes, our 10kandplay.com, which is geared to help you make 5 figures a month and have more time freedom. And then we have our Master Hair Academy that is chocked full of our elite hair techniques. So really in-depth tutorials on how to formulate the law of color, all sorts of different color placements, everything, techniques, haircuts. So definitely go check that out, guys. Also, of course, go check out our products at nvennhairbeauty.com. They are easy to stock, easy to sell, which is amazing. Your clients will absolutely love them. It'll give you immaculate results and the hair will feel beautiful. Other than that, guys, we will see you guys in a couple weeks. See you guys. Hit that subscribe button.